Last time on Andy and Mandy Travel.
We're travelling from the UK to Lanzarote. We're driving in a motorhome.
We're here. And the sun is shining.
And that's why Mandy cooks the food, because otherwise it's going to look like that. Well, I finally get to say we are here, and my goodness, feeling that sun on your skin, it feels like summer in England, and this is winter in Lanzarote. I mean, it is sensational. We've got Montana Rocca in the background there, looking absolutely glorious. The Faro Park development. We have got an abandoned car in the car park, which is very unusual for Lanzarote. I think in all the years and all the months we've been coming and staying here, that is the first time I've seen an abandoned vehicle. But yeah, this is an unmade car park. There was intentions and there was road plans to extend the development. They've even got all the street light in, they've got everything set up, and it probably still will. They tend to do this quite a lot. They plan for the future. Development is constant in the Canary Islands, obviously, because of sort of not overpopulation but over tourism. It's not even so much over tourism. I think I would call it irresponsible tourism, building great big massive hotels in places that don't have the capability for the sewage. I mean, if I was staying at that Barcelo hotel, when you walk past there on the promenade, the stench from the sewage system is unreal. So I wouldn't be particularly happy, but who knows. Anyway, this is our spot in our little unmade car park. It used to be that you wouldn't see a soul, but now there's been hire cars coming down here and people are actually going for proper walks. But it's really a really nice spot, and to be honest, I'm just enjoying being outside because the sun is so nice. Unfortunately, Mandy's not joining me. I don't know if you'll be able to see her or not, but she is up here laid up in bed with her bad foot. You will have seen by now exactly what happened on the ferry. There was a fire door that the wind blows against, and basically she was coming back in the door with Pippin. I mean, thank God it didn't hit Pippin. I know that sounds horrible because it got Mandy's foot, but that would have just snapped Pippin's leg straight away. But anyway, the door blew shut onto Mandy's ankle, or her foot rather, and her foot got trapped between the door threshold and the actual door. She completely fell over. She said she felt incredibly embarrassed, which she doesn't need to feel embarrassed. But yeah, not very good at all. So she's got a very bruised, very swollen foot. So she's going to be laid up for a few days. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to put up with me. But this is one of the reasons we absolutely love coming and parking here, because just a few steps away, you have this, which is, you can hear it at night, but it's not exceptionally loud. It's just enough. You know, when people like to hear the sound of the ocean when they go to sleep, this is what we hear when we go to sleep. This is why we like it so much. And it's not terribly far from Playa Blanca either. It's pretty close. It's about a 5-minute drive to the centre of Playa Blanca, so it's not too bad at all. You know, you've got all your shops, you've got your Hyperdino and everything there. But yeah, sensational. The sound of the ocean, there's something magical about the sound of the ocean, always. It's a bit of a rock climb, but it's a fun rock climb. Makes you feel like you're young again. They're all very solid as well, this lava rock. I mean, you do get loose bits, obviously, but a majority of it is very, very solid. There we go, there's the pools, the charcos. There are fish in there. We were here last year and there was a guy, he was literally fishing here for about an hour. He came back up and I shouted over how many. 26 fish he caught. Crazy. That you won't be able to pick it up on camera, but I can see the fish in the pools. It's absolutely beautiful. Nothing but ocean. Well, when the tide comes in, obviously all this is completely covered. I don't know why, but it's not like La Santa. It must be the different angle of the ocean, but up in La Santa, when you come down on the rocks like this, they are covered in salt. Absolutely covered, but it doesn't seem to happen here. I'm not entirely sure why. There must be a reason. Anyone that knows, that really knows, not just a theory, let us know. But yeah, we're going to take it easy today, not really do very much, so I'm not going to be filming a great deal. And then hopefully Mandy's foot will be a little bit better tomorrow so we can get out and about. We've got a lot of laundry to do, for sure. And we had a couple of really nice people that live on the island have reached out to us through the videos and offered us to stay on their land if we need to, with electric and water and everything, which is so kind. I'm not going to mention their names, and obviously if we go there we're not going to show where they live, but they know who they are, so thank you very much. And we will most likely probably take you up on that offer, because Lanzarote is a stunning place, but it can be quite difficult for motorhoming. You know, great park ups, great scenery. There's a few places to empty your toilet. There's a few machines that you put your cassette toilet in, put €2 in or €3, sucks everything out of your toilet, cleans it, and then fills it with chemicals, and then spits it back out. It's basically done in about 2 or 3 minutes. But we'll record one of those when we do it, because we need to wash the van, and it happens to be where there's a van wash as well. So we'll definitely go and do that. But yeah, that'll be it for this morning. A little bit of a tidy up in the van, sort things out. Pippin's got an upset stomach. We don't know why that is, but 2 AM she went out for a wee, 3 AM she went out for a wee, 4 AM she went out for a poo, and it wasn't a very nice one. And this morning she's been out for another one, which wasn't very nice. Where is she?
I don't know, she was trying to get from the bed.
Oh, she must be somewhere with you then. I've lost the dog. Well, she didn't follow me outside, so she's probably hiding underneath. There she is. Hello, Pippin. Do you want to go out for a little walk? Maybe do a toilet? Yeah? You can. God, what do you think I am? Your slave?
I already made me breakfast, but...
Should we have a foot update? If we can get the camera over there. Lovely bit of bruising now. It looks like it's healing really quickly, which is strange.
Because I'm resting.
Because you're resting, yeah. It's because you've got a servant.
I'm a servant.
No, I'm only joking. Right, I'm going to go and sort stuff out. I almost forgot the big question, how much it actually cost us to get all the way from the UK to Lanzarote. Now, obviously this is to go to Lanzarote, it's not for the other islands. So it is specifically here. The ferry is Cádiz to Arrecife. The company is Armas Trans-Mediterranea. It is not the best, it's not the nicest, but it's the only one that runs through the winter. And it serves its purpose, basically. And that's all I'm going to say, because I've already said loads about it and I'm not going to go on anymore. So yeah, the tolls, what we did, we went through the Channel Tunnel and we came out in Calais. So we started the clock, we started the calculator from Calais. So wherever you're traveling from in the country, obviously you're going to have to adjust this slightly, but basically once you get off the tunnel or off the train, this is what it's going to cost you if you go the way that we went. I will put a map on the screen of the route that we took specifically. So the tolls in total came to €163.12, which equates to £141.47. Now there is a toll road, I think it's called the A13, which is the Sanef toll, it's the booth free road. So it's still a toll road, but there's no toll booths. What you're supposed to do is log on to the sanef.fr website or whatever it is in France and pay your toll within 72 hours. This is the second time we've used that route, and every time we log in for weeks and weeks afterwards, it always says no payment due on our vehicle. So I don't know if it's being trialed and it hasn't been set up yet, or if it's because we've got a foreign vehicle. I'm not too sure. But if you travel on that route, there are posters on the gantries with the website telling you to pay online. So I would definitely not risk it, and definitely check. But like I say, for 2 years now, we've not had to pay. So £141.47 for the tolls. That's all the way through France and a couple of tolls in Spain. Diesel, we've used €521.43, which is £452.34. So the total for tolls and fuel in pounds is £593.81. So just under £600 basically, tolls and fuel. And the mileage was 2,026 kilometres, which is 1,259 miles. The ferry trip is 1,200 kilometres, and the ferry cost was £1,243. But you need to bear in mind, we're not residents of the Canary Islands, so we pay the premium price. Plus, we had a dog-friendly cabin, and I think the cabin is about €600. So if you take that off and you're happy to sleep in one of those upright reclining sort of Pullman seats, then you can get it a lot cheaper. You're probably looking around £700 or £800 for the trip. If you're a resident, it's about 200 or 300 quid. So yeah. So the grand total of absolutely everything, the route that we took with the tolls, with the diesel, with the ferry, in pounds is £1,836.81. So very close. Well, you can round it down to 1,800 or you can round it up to 1,900, but basically just under £2,000 altogether to get you to the Canary Islands. But when you consider you can do the trip, we did it in 4 days, man, wasn't it? Yeah, so we did the trip in 4 days to the ferry and then a day on the ferry. So we did it in 5 days. If you got the ferry from the UK to Spain, which is only a day, basically, a little over a day, then you could do the whole journey probably in 3 days. So you can have nearly 3 whole months in the Canary Islands. And if it's going to cost you £1,900 each way, that's the price of a villa for 2 or 3 weeks. So it's actually, it works out. If you're going to do it for a long period of time, it's a very cheap holiday. Obviously, you're bringing your own house with you, but it's a lot of money to outlay. You know, if you can do it, do it. I would say it's definitely worth it. We've stayed in many, many villas, expensive premium villas, and there have been, well, we've woken up scratchy and itchy a few times, haven't we, man? In the villas, they've been filthy. They've been open sewage drains, uncomfortable beds. You know, and these are premium villas in Playa Blanca. Some with like excellent ratings, but the ratings are a bit sus. So the fact that you can bring your own home with you is definitely an advantage. And you know it, it's familiar. You've got all your stuff here. You can go shopping, you know, whatever you like. The only issue we're finding at the moment is the refillable gas. There's only one petrol station that we know of or have been told of that will allow you to fill refillable gas bottles, and that's in the capital of Arrecife. All of the other stations will only allow you to fill a vehicle if it's for the internal combustion engine. So if you've got a gas vehicle, basically, and obviously they know that there's no motorhomes that run on gas. So you've got to drive to Arrecife to fill your bottles. The benefit still is that you don't need to use your heating. So you're only using the gas for heating water and cooking. So it will last you a long time. I mean, the last time we came here, we stayed in a few villas, along with staying in the motorhome. But in the entire time, we only filled one gas bottle once. And that was a 6 kilogram gas bottle. So yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much everything covered. The final thing I would say is the fuel is cheap. We filled up yesterday. We were just below quarter of a tank and we filled it to the max and it was €55. So that's probably what, £47, £48 to fill the tank. I think, I mean, I'd like to be corrected. If not, maybe Ola Lanzarote can weigh in on this. But there was a discount because of the fuel prices. The Canarian government were actually giving a discount to everyone. So you would fill up with like €100, but then you go to pay for it and you get it for like 90 or whatever it was. So I don't know if that subsidy is still in use or not, but it's still bloody cheap. That is the third ladybird today. Must be the warmer weather, they're all hatching. They all come from underneath this front sunroof originally, so I'm assuming they get under the lip on the outside and lay eggs somewhere near the Bailey factory, or at the Bailey factory, I suppose. It is an absolute pain though, but I'm being humane. Look, I'm not killing them like someone was saying.
Andy's been such an amazing husband today. He's made me breakfast in bed, tuna pasta, sweet corn and mayonnaise in bed, and now he's making me spaghetti, no not spaghetti, sorry, bolognese on jacket potato.
Yeah, your favourite.
So.
Your favourite meal, jacket potato.
Back to the jacket potatoes.
Yeah. Baked potato. Over here, innit? Although they've started calling it a jacket potato now.
How are you getting on?
Huh?
How are you getting on? Is it alright?
Yeah.
Nothing sticking?
No. It's just the mushrooms seem to have had about 2 litres of water in them.
Well, it's really nice to have a lazy day of not having to cook anything. As I have been the cook for the whole journey that we've been here, haven't I? Really? What have you cooked me?
I wouldn't know what it's like to have a day of rest, because I'm just slaving away in the kitchen every day.
Shouldn't have such a princess. Hey Pippin, what do you reckon? Is Daddy going to cook you anything? No, because you're not well.
Day, isn't it, that I've actually cooked anything on this trip?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we haven't even got a takeaway.
No.
So you've been very good.
What we did on the ferry.
That was free. Oh no, that pizza. Oh no, that pizza was just so greasy and so. Oh.
Telly pizza.
No, that wasn't good.
But
not enough tomato sauce stuff for me.
Good morning from a very windy Faro park. The sun is out, it is shining. Mandy's just sat down there. She's feeling a little bit better now. She managed to get her feet actually into her sliders. It's a little bit less swollen, but she has got a dodgy ankle. And yeah, it was, excuse me, a bit of a windy night, as you can probably hear. But we pointed the van in the direction of the wind. And yeah, the sun's out this morning. We're catching some solar. It's very, very bright. But yeah, it's a nice day. It's just windy. It's supposed to be windy for the rest of the day until about 8 o'clock this evening. Then it's going to cool down. But still lovely views. Nothing really changes. It's all very nice. The only thing about these places is people come here to dump rubbish, which is unfortunate. And there's always a lot of smashed glass because people come and drink and then they just throw the bottles out the sides of the car before they drive off. A couple of other motorhomes parked on that road over there. And yeah, that's about it for today. We're going to be making a move shortly. We've got to go shopping. Going to go to a pharmacy and get some anti-inflammatories for Mandy's foot, hopefully. Pippin's not feeling very well. You've had a little bit of the runs, haven't you, during the night? So she's not too good. Thinks she might pick something up on the ferry, possibly. She's had it before when we've been away, but not when we've been here. It was just when we went away in the UK. So she'll be okay. I don't know how well you can see this, but this bloody rubber seal keeps coming off the door. We had the same problem with the other one, but it was on a different part of the door. It's really annoying. So you have to keep clipping it on, and then every time you open and close the door, you have to unclip it. Unclips itself again. But we're just getting ready to make a move, and you've got all these little chores to do. It's never ending, is it, with motorhomes? I mean, I know it's never ending. God, I need to get a haircut. But you don't expect it to be never ending. Oh. You don't expect it to be never ending with a new motorhome. That's the thing. Little things, okay, but lots of little things, it starts to get a bit bloody annoying. But yeah. It's a long, slow drive out of our park up, but it is worth it. But the road is long.
They've looks like they've left it out a little bit more since the last time we were here, because it was really bumpy and falls.
It's either that or the rain has kind of like muddied it, and it is. Although this side doesn't look as level, does it? The other side, there's more orangey dirt than there used to be here, but I don't know if that's because of all that rain. And it's certainly not usually that green. Over there, it looks like an actual field.
We'll have to try Papagayo again. We'll have to try Papagayo again. My super husband.
Hmm?
I said my super husband.
Oh, honestly, everything was in reverse of the list. So
I'm sorry.
it's alright. I've got absolutely everything apart from bottles of Sex on the Beach.
Oh, I said to you not to get them from here.
I know. Beef gravy and lamb shank.
You hear that? Still good. Right, let's pack this away.
En aquel rincón me sentí el fuego en mi corazón. Todos los años que soñé con volverte a ver. Tuve la esperanza, no paré de creer que llegará el momento de nuestro amanecer.
So we went away and did a few bits and pieces, a bit of shopping, and got a few things that we needed to do. And it's quite windy today, and the forecast is for rain. So we're going to stay an extra night in the Faro Park area because we're very familiar with it, and it's not too far from civilization should we need it. So Mandy's just made us a lovely little sandwich lunch. Pippin's licking her lips. No, Pippin, you've still got the runny poos, so you're not having any human food.
This is the best bread on the island from Aldi.
Yep. Yeah, fresh bread from Aldi. It wasn't warm today.
No, but it's still really nice.
Sometimes it's warm. Yeah, they've got loads of bread rolls and French sticks as well. We've just filled up the water tank. I mean, some people might think it's ridiculous using bottled water to fill up the water tank, but we've filled up with hoses and fresh water on the islands before, and because it's desalinated, there's always a little strange sort of smell and taste to it. It's not ideal.
One time it did smell like sewage when we were having a shower.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. We used to park the van at a parking site called TJ Parking, and as part of the deal for parking your vehicle there, they have water services and everything. And we filled the tank up with the hose there, which is drinking water, potable water, but it just stunk like sewage when we were showering. The drain started sinking like sewage. So since then we use bottled water, and it might seem a bit extravagant, but it's not as extravagant over here as it would be back in the UK, because these 8-litre bottles of water are only 97p, whereas back home they would be at least a fiver. So it's not that expensive. We can make a full tank of water last us almost sort of 5 or 6 days. So it probably costs us about £13 a week to have clean fresh water, and in the UK our water bill is £74 a month, so it's cheaper for us to use bottled water in our motorhome for a month than it actually is for us to use just water at home every month. So it's not that bad really.
Also, it's quicker to fill it up with bottles than it is with a hose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Takes about 20 minutes to fill this van up with a hose, and that's not because it's got a big tank, it's just because it's got a really crap filling system. With the bottles I can have the whole lot done in about, I don't know, 8 or 9 minutes, so
It didn't take that long.
probably not even that long. And you know it's clean, you can drink it, you can cook with it, you shower with it, brush your teeth, it's not going to be a problem. So yeah, I'm going to tuck into this sandwich. Well, it's a very windy and rainy Lanzarote at the moment. Excuse me, this cough is still going on, it will not stop. It may have seemed like we've been a bit distracted the last couple of days while we've been recording, and to be honest it kind of happened in Spain. We had an incident with our electrical system where our lithium battery started having, it wasn't quite a thermal runaway, but it was overcharging and we couldn't figure out why. Sorry, I've been out in the wind, so my hair is absolute state. Yeah, so it was overcharging. I mean, the normal current for a lithium is about 14.4 charged. And basically it was going up to like 20. We were really worried. Things were like tripping out. I was thinking, oh God, what's wrong with this system we've had fitted? Anyway, for days and days, we've been having to turn all the system on in the morning to charge up by solar during the day. And then when the battery gets to 100%, turn it all off again and just use the battery until the next day. Because we couldn't figure out what the problem was. And I remembered underneath the passenger seat, there was the old Bailey solar panel, which I believe is a Truma system. So I thought I'd take a look down there, and lo and behold, the MPPT controller for the Truma system was scorching hot. And I took the fuses out, and instantly everything's fine. It's all fixed. There was no overcharging. Everything's brilliant. It does mean we're down to 525 watts of solar rather than 725, because we're not going to be able to use the Truma 200 watt flexi panel that was already on the van when we got it. But to be honest, I don't care. The stress of laying there at night time with a lithium battery underneath you, and you thinking, oh my god, it's going to overheat or what's going to happen. You know, I was checking it through the night to make sure the temperature was okay, and it was, because we had things switched off. But it was just stressful. It might not seem stressful, but it was really stressful, because we thought, what the hell is going to happen if we get to the Canary Islands and we can't use our system, our electrics? You know, we're screwed. There's no hookups over here. You're on your own. But anyway, I took a couple of fuses out, which feed the MPPT solar controller, and it solved the problem. So basically, underneath the seat down here, you've got the Truma box over here. I'll move this cable out of the way. None of the lights were lighting up or anything. I've took the fuse out. The fuse was okay. There is a cooling fan here, and then inside this fuse compartment, if I can hold the torch at the same time, there was a couple of fuses. One was the solar at the bottom here, solar for the leisure battery, and then the solar for the vehicle battery. I've took them both out, problem solved. So what was happening was the solar controller, the OEM factory fitted one, didn't know that the battery was fully charged, so it was still charging it. Why can't I clip that back on? Get on, you bugger. What have I done? There we go, nothing to see here. So yeah, basically that was overheating, and it didn't know when the battery was charged. There is some little toggle switches. You can see that red square down there. So when you're going from lead acid, which was in this place here, to a lithium, you have to change the position of the toggle switches, which has been done. So it should have known it was lithium. It should have known when it was fully charged, but it didn't. So it was just continually, as long as there was sunlight, it was continually feeding power to the battery, even when it was fully charged, which was really quite dangerous. I mean, it was lucky I noticed when I first did notice, and I was able to switch everything off, and then just immediately like plugged in the kettle and stuff and tried to drain some power. But yeah, bad system. But anyway, when we get back to the UK, we'll swap out the flexi panel for a solid, I think they're 175s or 180s. So we'll be back up to full power with a reliable system, and then that will wire straight into the Victron. We don't need any of that Truma crap. But yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in on the details, because it might not have looked like it, but it was really weighing on my mind. We've got a long time to do with this system, and I did not want any problems. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we've been kind of just stuck in the van this afternoon, late afternoon. As you can see, it's pretty grim. There was a couple of motorhomes over there, but you can barely see them. And it's raining quite heavy. It's hard to tell on camera, but I don't know if you can see it moving across. Every time I get the camera out, it kind of dies down, but it's pretty. See if you can hear it up here. Well, you can see it. You can see the water getting blown around up there. It's quite a heavy downpour. Oh well. The benefit of not going on holiday for just a week, I suppose. If you'd have come here for a week this week, you'd have been pretty bloody miserable. But yeah, at least we've got time for it to be sunny.
Sorry, Pippin, not for you.
Mandy's got me a nice romantic dinner. Look at that.
Oh. There was a cheese.
There was a very good cheese pull, but she pulled the cheese too early. But yeah, what is it?
I don't know, whatever you bought.
Oh, okay. We don't know what it is, but it looks
chicken,
lovely.
Vegetable.
Chicken and
We
vegetables.
usually get it, don't we, actually?
Extra cheese, obviously.
It's
And then some-
Mediterranean
A Mediterranean chicken and vegetable
mix.
Mix.
Frozen.
Yeah, that's
Quick
right.
and easy.
Quick and easy, and some nice fresh Aldi bread.
Added
Can't
some,
be
what was
without it.
Mojo? No. What,
Oh yeah, it's got some orange moja salsa.
We're saying it properly this time.
Yeah, moja.
How did you used to say it?
I used to say mojo, which apparently means mould. So every time we went to a restaurant, I was asking for mould sauce, and the waiter looked at me and went, Moho? And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, but we're going to tuck in anyway. It's been a very slow afternoon and evening because of all the rain and the wind. You can probably hear it rattling. This is exactly what it's all about. It makes the whole journey worth it. Right, trip into Aldi. I'll take you in case you've never been in an Aldi in the Canary Islands. These plastic bins with lockable lids, they hold the smell in as well. But these are the bins, not a very good example. Someone was just here dumping plasterboard and travel cots. How are we going to eat any chicken if you keep eating it? One thing you do always get in Lanzarote is the skies. It's a bit sharp. Oh, okay. They're all skinny dipping. Brilliant. Welcome to Mandy's Laundrette.